Hello and welcome to a new video, and today we're going to take a look at the Halloween Cup. We're going to test some test battles here. I want to try out the team. I want to try out Shadow NIDOQUEEN. This video is going to be very close to the actual release of this cup as well. So, yeah, today we're going to take a look at some of the teams that, of course, our opponents bring here as well. But also just generally take a look at our team. I know this is maybe not the most creative team. It is the #1 team from my top team video for the Halloween Cup. And for good reason. This was the first team that when I looked at the Halloween Cup was like, yeah, that looks kind of broken. And I wanted to try it out. For this team, I actually purposefully and for the first time built myself a Murkrow. That is non-Shadow. I have already a Shadow Murkrow. I want to have the non-Shadow Murkrow. Why this is the case, we can talk about maybe later still. But anyway, our main topic today is NIDOQUEEN. Also, before I forget about it, because yeah, a lot of people are gonna skip further up as well, please make sure to watch the final battle of today's video. It is something that you will have never seen before. That is my spoiler. I think that's on how YouTube's supposed to do it. Been like, yeah, look at this. No, trust me, the last battle for today is something that in over 50,000 battles that I have done so far for the Go Battle League and everything around, I have yet to see. I have never seen it before, and trust me, it is hilarious. So that's for it here, of course. Now enjoy the video in between and don't skip forward. But yeah, as you guys see here now, today we're going to take a look at a very solid team that's more of an ABB style line with this nice pink Murkrow, which honestly was one of the best Pokemon I have used in the season. Like, this Pokemon is fantastic. So why Murkrow? This is why Murkrow. Against ground-type Pokemon, you need Murkrow. Funnily enough, 2 players, I think, in today's video were choosing my #2 team from the top team video as well, I think, which is kind of hilarious, which is, I think, this one here. There's going to be, I think, something like a weekly tough or something in the back. There were like multiple options. But generally, Murkrow is here for the ground types. We have 2 Pokemon in the back that are weak to ground-type Pokemon. NIDOQUEEN is one of the strongest Pokemon in this meta. It makes sense to run my own anti-ground in the lead, which is just Murkrow. There are other alternatives, by the way, if you don't have Murkrow. There's Mandibuzz. It is still a good Pokemon. It got nerfed this season, but it is not a bad Pokemon at all. Here, by the way, what you see in this battle, which is kind of hilarious, by the way, because it actually does matter quite a bit. The opponent actually would have most likely won this battle if I didn't have Poison Jab on my NIDOQUEEN on accident. I haven't changed my moveset on my NIDOQUEEN yet. This was the first battle here, by the way, that I did with this team, which you can see always when I completely forget about changing one move. And this is now going to be definitely an interesting one, because now we are going to be able to win this. We're going to have the alignment, right? They still have a shield. Can we still beat them? Yes, we can, because we're going to have a shield still left. I do think I have a higher attack stat than the opponent as well. It does not matter. We are going to be able to go for the charge move no matter what. And we are going to be able to win the battle. But let's take a look at the next opponent. Honestly, I feel like so excited now for Go Battle League right now. I feel so excited for doing videos. I really appreciate all of you. Yeah. Just generally, I don't know what to say. I'm just excited to look at the battles now. And like, it is late at night. It is just before the cup starts. I have to do some battles with this cup now as well soon. And I'm super excited to just look at the battles and look at what I can showcase to you. We're going to showcase a Guzzlord, which went for a Dragon Claw, which honestly I didn't expect. Cool play there. It's going to help the opponent here out definitely by quite a bit. That Dragon Claw really caught me off guard. I think that might actually win them the battle, the Dragon Claw on the Guzzlord. Because I expected a Brutal Swing, which I would have been able to survive. A Dragon Claw, I'm just not going to be able to survive. And now we don't have the best answer against Scizor anymore, which can be a bit of an issue for this team. It is not the worst Pokemon ever, though. The thing is, we are going to still have fast move pressure from both of our lead, as well as our save-up of the NIDOQUEEN. It is just not really good for our Clodsire, which, when shields are up, is really kind of struggling against this Pokemon, as we are just able to go for the Stone Edge. We're going to be able to get rid of them. Their final Pokemon is going to be their own Murkrow, and with that, we're going to lose by half a turn. That's all it took to win. That's the elite here. Like, to win the game is half a turn. 1 foul move on the Murkrow, and I would have won that, because if I would have outsped the opponent's Murkrow, I would have won the game immediately. Next opponent is a funny one. Shouts to you. I love seeing stuff like this. I honestly do love seeing stuff like this. Like, what is Vullaby doing here? Vullaby, to be fair, is a good Pokemon. Vullaby is in parts even better than Manabus this season. Because what Vullaby has, or what Manabus does not have, is Brave Bird. And his aerial ace is now quite bad. Having Brave Bird as an other charge move that is part flying type is quite handy. But not only this, the opponent has the tiny version here, the Golett as well, which is kind of hilarious what a Pokemon it is. Golett actually, I think, has actually one benefit of having Brick Break, which I don't think Golurk has, if I'm... Maybe just always want to go for Dynamic Punch anyway, so it doesn't really matter there. But anyway, we're going to have, you know, the Vullaby having to take the full farm down here from our Clodsire after they go for our Brave Bird. Brave Bird did quite some solid damage, but honestly a little bit less than I even expected. In comes Golett. We can go for our charge move, our Stone Edge. Now we have to see what they're going to have in the back. It is going to be a Sand Castle, which is hilarious. The tiniest Sandcastle, shouts to you. I love seeing those teams here. Those teams around like tiny Pokemon. It's just so funny. It is just so funny. We are going to have here now the foul play coming in. It's going to knock them out and we can move on to the next opponent, where we will see the Florges. This is going to be a Pokemon where I have good Pokemon in the bag for, don't get me wrong, but I'm also not too happy about this Pokemon generally speaking, because even against our good answers in the bag, the issue is this Pokemon is going to have access to Chilling Water, which is going to be super effective and dropping our attack at the same time. And so I wanted to play out the lead matchup a little bit longer there because I thought this is most likely the best way of playing it out against the Florges, even though, of course, we are going to have these other Pokemon in the back that still have some potential there. I still think this was the best way of playing it, as now the Scizor is going to go for a Night Slash. We are going to be able to go for the Stone Edge, and we have to see on how this is going to go. Actually, maybe the cap is going to be already on. I am not too sure when you see this one. Because there is like the time, whatever, like the daylight saving thing, whatever is going on there. And US and Europe is currently for just this week 1 extra hour between. Like I think on the 2nd of November it changes for the US, it changed already for Europe. So where I am from, I think it might even start in 12 minutes or 10 minutes at this point, which would be kind of interesting. Anyway. That's it for that. We're going to see a NIDOQUEEN again. NIDOQUEEN, one of the strongest Pokemon in the game. Can we still win against this one? Poison Fangs coming through. We are going to not be able to reach the charge move in time. And with that, the opponent is going to be able to take this game home. Well done there. The NIDOQUEEN was too strong. NIDOQUEEN is a problem. Golurk in the lead is fantastic. In comes Klefki. I am actually making a mistake all the time here, by the way. What I should do against Klefki is get more energy. There is literally zero reason for me to not get more energy with that lead of a Murkrow, because at the end of the day, Foul Play barely touches our Clodsire. We see it here the entire time already. The Astonish is going to barely do any damage against our lead, to the point where I actually think that Murkrow might be able to win in the 2-shot scenario against a Klefki head-to-head as well. Not too sure, because... like, they do resisted damage, we do resisted damage, but we have so much damage output with our moves. They're just better than the opponents. Could be kind of the case. But anyway, here this time around, we are going to see Golurk and Double Fairy again, which we saw already earlier on. As now, this drill pack would be easily enough to knock out the opponent's Wicked Tough. But as we will see, they decide to use a shield. We have 2 shots on our side. We have a NIDOQUEEN, which is going to get a free fast move in every single time the opponent tries to go for a charge move. Ace Wind comes through, debuffs us, in comes Klefki. I decided to use another shield. This is silly. There is literally zero reason to go for the shield. There's kind of zero reason to go for the smoothie as well. But at this point I know already I'm going to be able to win anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Good game to the opponent, we just have a hard counter team to them. Let's move over to the nighttime. I needed to have a little bit of break in between and then try to record some more battles this time around. The other battles were from Twitter. Those are the battles from YouTube. Shout to you as well. I always try to ask on both platforms a little bit, so like people have also the option to get onto my friend list. I keep most players also on the friend list with that. I sometimes just have to delete. I always delete, by the way, if you don't go and send me a battle invite, by the way. This happens way too often, especially on YouTube. If I ask for battles, I ask you to send me. I don't know when your time is. Like, you all know I'm looking for battles there. I don't know when you are free for the battle. That's why I'm going to delete the people as well that are not interested there and just add me, even though I say I'm looking for battles, not just for friend list invites there, whatever. Yeah, but otherwise I actually would keep you on my friend list for the foreseeable future at least. I barely really get rid of players there. I only get rid of players that are inactive, which I mean with that, I don't care about if you can send me gifts, by the way, or not. I don't care about gifts, but I just mean like people who are not catching Pokemon, because then I don't have the potential option that you could be battling me in the future then if you're not playing the game itself. So yeah, that's mainly why I delete them. Anyway, we're going to have here the Pinsir. That this thing is going to go down. I feel like Pinsir is such a Pokemon that would have needed another evolution. I know it has a Mega Evolution, but I feel like Pinsir itself just needs another evolution now. And the Mega Evolution kind of blocks it for ever having another evolution afterwards. So like Pinsir is going to stay there and might get like a baby Pinsir, but like that's all. Or like a regional form of Pinsir would be kind of cool. I think Pinsir kind of needs more love. What do you think about Pinsir? Let me know down below in the comment section. Anyway, we are going to have here the Drapion. There's, by the way, one more game after this before the coolest game ever that you've ever seen. Unless you have, of course, already skipped a little bit forward. But as you're going to see here, the Drapion is going to just allow me to have alignment. I need alignment for us to win this battle, as the lead was really bad for our Murkrow. I really need to keep our Pokemon all aligned. We're going to have here the Rodriguez coming in. This is not ideal. This is not ideal at all. It's going to be kind of, this is going to be a little bit of an awkward one for us. As we're going to see here now, the Denani coming in though. This is going to be perfect for us. We're going to have a perfect answer here as well. This is going to be our Clodsire. Taking a Parabolic Charge like it's nothing, because it is nothing. And I think the opponent is kind of having enough here now. There's not really a lot that they can do. There is, literally nothing that is going to happen here for them. They decide to even, I think, forfeit here. And we can move on to the second to last battle. Trust me, the battle afterwards is going to be the most hilarious shit that you've ever seen. So, yeah, let's take a look here at this one. We have Dunsparce. Dunsparce is going to be a Pokemon that is alright for us. We are going to have Drill Peck coming through. This is going to be totally okay. As now, we are going to have some nice damage coming through, and as I went straight for the move just now, I predicted that, as we can just go ahead and go for the full farm down. We are going to be able to go for some Poison Fang here, I guess, to drop them a little bit. But it is going to be okay. We're going to be able to go for the full farm there, and we're going to try our best, to go for the Murkrow, as this is going to allow us to get some nice shield up there from the opponent. We have to keep our Murkrow, of course, alive. This is the only thing that we can really do there. As you're going to see here as well, there's going to be the Dugong coming in, which is horrible for us. We're still going to have here our Clodsire up against them, which is alright. The Icy Wind is coming through. We are going to be able to go for a nice Stone Edge. And as you will see here, the opponent is going to be able to still go for another charge move, but sadly it's going to be enough to knock us out. There's really not a lot that I can do about it, as they are going to just barely able to knock me. And now down to Murkrow. I go for 2 fast moves. It's, by the way, a little bit of a tech move there as well. This is going to be something that allows you to kind of not take the extra damage from the fast move, and this actually allows us not to win the battle. This little tech literally allowed us to win this battle. Any other way, I would have lost it. Now let's take a look at the funniest battle there. What is going on here? Apparently we are battling in Lure. We don't see what is going on here, so let's try to commentate and see what's happening. We go for the charge move here, the Drill Peck, of course, landing straight away against the Wormadam from the opponent, apparently. They go into a Krokorok. Honestly, not the Pokemon I'm too experienced in battling against. It would have been lovely to see this Pokemon as well, as now we are going to see here that we're going to be able to get the simultaneous KO there against the opponent. What do I do here, of course? Against nothing, I'm going to go into my Clodsire. As we will see here, of course, on the screen, Clodsire is going to have a great matchup now against the Wormadam. Wormadam apparently is a running Bug Bite over the Psychic-type fast moves. I think it learns Confusion as well. And as you're going to see here, we are going to be able to go for the Stone Edge, but they're going to catch it on the Crocodile. So they have double Krokorok there and the Wormadam in the lead. What a team this is from the opponent. Very weak to kind of the Flying-type Pokemon, though. Well, as you're going to see here, there's going to be the Brick Break coming through. I have no idea on what their fast moves are, what anything is here, to be fair. But I can go for the full farm run, which now allows me to go for a drill pack. And yeah, this is going to be it for this battle. I am going to be able to win this, as the next drill pack is going to land up against the Wormadam, and they give up at this point because I knew I was able to battle here and win without seeing anything. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.